Hello, this is Ashley from Crafting with Ashley and welcome to this video. This is the card I'm making today. Isn't it bright and cheerful? It's so happy. I love it. I like the rainbow. I've done a few cards using rainbow colours and I really like them. They're so simple and yet so vibrant and bright. So let me show you how I did it. We're going to start off with some stamping. So I need a scrap piece of Whisper White. Let me just check I've got the right piece. That's it there. Okay, and the stamp set we're going to be using is a foam frame favourite of mine called Peaceful Moments, and it's this one here, and you can see why it's a favourite. Look at that lovely font and all these great sayings. So I'm going to use that. Excuse me. I'm going to stamp it in black. So I've got my memento here, so let's just ink it up and get it all nicely covered. Okay. Be useful if I had it the right way round. Then just down, hold it, hope for the best. Yeah, perfect. So put all of that aside, and then I'm bringing in here the Everyday Label Punch, and I've got a scrap here of basic black, and I'm just going to cut a piece out of the basic black. And then I'm going to cut the sentiment out with the same punch, trying to get it as even. Oh, got that a bit crooked. You don't want a crooked sentiment. Wouldn't be very nice, would it now? Okay, that'll do. Okay, close up our punch and put that aside. And then all we're going to do is we're going to cut this one in half down the centre. So let me get some scissors out. And I'm just going to cut it in half like that. Sorry about the noise. And then I'm just going to use some of my snail, because I don't feel like getting Tombow all over my fingers just yet. And we're just going to use this to mat a sentiment on, so like that, and then roughly the same amount if possible on either side. I think that looks okay, so set that aside. That's done. So now our card base is thick Whisper White, and this is a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. Then I've got a piece here of Whisper White, and this measures 14.35 centimeters by 10 centimeters. And then I've got strips of cardstock. Now these measure the width of the punch, which is just under 2 centimeters. Let me see in inches what it is if you want to know. It's 3/4 of an inch, and you just want them to be at least 3/4 of an inch wide and at least the length of your cardstock, and you'll see why. We're going to bring in this punch, and this is the lovely Labels Pick a Punch, and you can pick all these different sizes here. You've got in each one a different topping. If you can see, you've got that topper or that topper, and then you can pick your widths. So we're going to go for the middle width, and we're just going to slip our piece of cardstock in, punch, and you see that's what we get there. Okay, I'm just going to do that for all of our pieces. So this one was Granny Apple Green. Then this one that we're going to do next is Real Red. There we go. And then we've got here Pacific Point. These are the primary colours. And when you put it in, you just want to make sure you have it in straight and centred. Like that. And then, what's this one? Pumpkin Pie. And I chose, I think, the most vibrant colours that I could. This is Daffodil Delight. And then Gorgeous Grape, which is definitely gorgeous. Okay, so those are all of that done. Close the punch up. We can get rid of these bits. And now we've got all of our pieces punched. Now I've done it in rainbow order. You can do whatever order you want. So I wanted this to go pretty much to the end of my piece of cardstock. So all I'm going to do now is just use my snail and put some snail down. And then I'm just going to line it up with the bottom of my cardstock. And I can't see properly because it's white on white, so let me just move that so I've got it on the pink, and then it's easier for me to see that I've got things lined up straight because it's not white on white. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, and then we're going to move on to our next colour, which is the orange, the pumpkin pie, and we're just going to again put snail down, and all I'm going to do is indent it a little bit compared to the one before. Now you can overlap them if you want, which is what I did before, but this time I think I'm just going to put it, I'm going to overlap it maybe just a tad, actually, just a little bit, and just bring it in a little bit. You can do exactly whatever you like, it's up to you. And then we've got Daffodil Delight. And you can see these pieces are all different lengths rather, because they are all from my scraps, so you know, it just depended. All you want to do is try and keep things as even as possible. So I'm going to pull this in a bit more than I did. Like that. These, as I said, these are all scraps, so this is a great way of using up your scraps to make a card and not letting them go to waste. There we go. And then Pacific Point is the next piece. That'll do. And then the last piece here that I've got is Gorgeous Grape. Okay, so that's what we've, haven't got that very straight, have I? Let's put it on the white, then I can see what I'm doing. That's better. Okay, so tidy that up a bit. That's what we have so far. I don't think it looks that bad. Now we're just going to cut off all of this extra bits here, so get my scissors back out again. Shouldn't have put them away to start off with. Okay, and then you're just going to basically cut all this extra bits off the side there. And this is how my scissors gets full of everything and anything, but hey ho, we can degunk them again, no problem. So that's what you've got. Okay, so now we're going to stick this down to our base piece, so snail again. Okay, you could have it the opposite order if you wanted, you can do what you like. There we go. And then if we bring in our sentiments, we're going to pop this up on some dimensionals, so let's get those out. And I usually try and put a dimensionals across the seam at the back because I think it just helps to make sure everything will stay in position. And take the backings off these. And then I'm going to plonk this somewhere in the middle, a bit like that. Yeah, lovely jubbly. Finishing touches, some rhinestones. Use a small one here on the on the eye, and then I'm going to use some of these bigger ones here at the bottom, just for some extra bling. There we go. Okay, what do you think? Love it? Hate it? Here you can see I ran out of paper. I put the strips too close together, so I didn't fill my whole piece of paper up. So here I did it a bit differently, but you can tell me which way do you like better. I think it's a really fun, jolly card. I hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And don't forget to subscribe to future videos. Thank you once. Oh, and if you want information about the supply list, links to my online shop, all my social media links, all of that stuff, it's in the description box below. So thank you once again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!